Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. By the way, fun fact, this is a special moment to me. It's the channel's anniversary. Yes, indeed, it is a very big mark on this channel, so I want to thank all you guys. We've been doing this for a long time. I think 4 years now. 4 years in this little old channel. Thank you guys. And want to do a little tier list, I guess, of my 5 favorite locations of Chapter 3. Now, disclaimer, we are not adding the old locations that are returning. So you won't see Greasy, nor Shifty, nor Tilted on that list. I know Tilted's not here yet, but still, I already know that's going to be like the most popular part. But that doesn't matter. We're going to be talking about the new locations that'll be added. And if this video gets 10 views, and let's say 2-3 likes, then I'll be doing the 3 least favorite locations of the new season, in my opinion. So if you guys want to see that, smash the like button, and let's hope this video gets 10 views, because I will be doing top 3 least favorite locations very soon. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's start ranking them, I guess. On number 5 on this list, it has to be Condo Canyon. Now, Condo Canyon, in my opinion, is like a better version of Paradise Palms. It still has a hotel or motel, and it's still the desert. So, what's so different about Condo Canyon? Well, the fact that with Paradise, its biggest downfall was that the transportation was pretty bad. Yeah, sure, there was ribs, but then eventually in a few seasons, they eventually vaulted the ribs, so that was gone. But with this location, what makes it better is that there's vehicles, something that at that time, that map was lacking. Yeah, quad crushers and ATKs were good transportation, but nowadays, the matches move quicker, so if you want to get more kills, you need to go to different locations. This area, well, now it has tornadoes, so that's a advantage to its location. And the wood and bricks that you could get in this location is really good, and it's a pretty popular location. So that's already the pro. Now, its cons is that there's 2 different sides of this location. There's a motel area and there's a condos area. So you have to pick one side or the other. So that's like its biggest downfall, because most people will pick one side over the other. So you actually gotta like pick one side, either the far left or the upper right. If you pick one side, there's probably a good chance where you won't be getting that much kills. Personally, I prefer dropping at the motel area over the condos, because those are just 4 buildings, while in the motel area there's a far more chests, loot, and buildings nearby. But I still like the condo area on its own. But the fact that it's kind of like 2 locations in one. So that's why I like it. It's like 2 different locations and you match it together. That's why I like Condo Canyon a lot, and that's why it's on the number 5 list. Number 4 on this list is Logjam Lumberyard. Now, I know what you're going to say. Why Logjam Lumberyard? Now, in my opinion, this is probably the most underrated and underappreciated location on this list. Now, remember Logjam from Chapter 2? Now, imagine that, but bigger and better. And it also has a mini loot lake. Basically, that's my favorite location, Chapter 1, so this is already high up on my list. Now, the reason why I like this location better than Condo is that if you drop here and if there's a few people, most of the time it's people that don't know this location very well. That they don't know the feeling, the atmosphere, or where to go, where to pick, and where not to pick. Never drop at those like log areas where all that there is just logs and a few chests. Always go to the warehouses first. Therefore, you could actually get guns, and once you're done killing everyone, you could go and get some extra materials. Now, this location, no shocker, is a guarantee 999 wood loadout. Like you're guaranteed to get max out wood immediately. And there's a lot of rocks that you could also harvest. And obviously there's also metal they could also get. The only downfall is that the zone is never generous with this location. But it could fix its problems because there's a guaranteed boat at its dockside. And you can also swim down the lake, but that's not really a big of a deal. You can basically go down and you can basically make it to Coney Crossroads pretty quickly. So yeah, this location is incredibly underrated and it has an easy way to get materials very quickly. The only reason that's number 4 on the list is because I don't know, the fact that it's super far away from the map is kind of sad, but it's also very close to a lot of popular locations. It's close to Greasy Grove and Sleepy Sound and Coney Crossroads. And Tilted Towers will be here in a week or two, and you can see it from the distance. So obviously, this is probably going to be a popular location eventually. Number 3 on this list has to be Sleepy Sound. Now, Sleepy Sound is probably one of the more popular locations in this new chapter, and I don't blame them. This is a really solid location. Again, there's always a downside with these locations: the sound. Now, the sound is the most interesting part of the location, but that's also a downfall. Because, again, like I said, Condo Canyon, you have to pick a side. Either you pick the nice looking houses, or you pick the gas station and noms and the motel. Again, personally, I go to the motel side. Wow, 2 motels in a row. Would you look at that? Again, there's 2 different sides, but this location is harder than Condo. But what makes this location better, in my opinion? Well, the fact that there's a lot more buildings and a lot more locations and a lot more people drop here than Condo Canyon. I don't know why, but I love the mountainy atmosphere that this location has. I always like a location with knobs, especially in chapter 2 and 3, because they actually add like fruits and vegetables to eat, and that could actually give you like health and stuff. The lighthouse is a really nice detail. And honestly, there's a gas station. I think every location should at least have one for transportation wise. But I don't know, man. This location is pretty solid. If you need other transportation, there's boats, there's quad crushers, and there's guaranteed cars. Like, I think every location has a guaranteed car, but this is just a solid location. I like everything about it. The motel is really nice. I mean, I just like motels in general. It's an easy support of wood. It's just a nice, solid location, in my opinion. And this is why it goes in the number 3 list. Number 2 is no shocker. It is the Daily Bugle. Now, when they added Gotham back in Chapter 1, Season X, I love Gotham because it was a really unique and pretty accurate representation of Gotham in a very small area. Marvel kind of had that with like, but also not. Like, Doom's Domain was just like his mansion in Pleasant Park, and Stark Industries was kind of accurate. But Daily Bugle, it's the straight up Daily Bugle in Fortnite. That's kind of crazy. Like there's all the office spaces where they make the newspapers, all that stuff. And in addition, a guaranteed web shooters. Not just one, like 4 or 5. Your full squad could be guaranteed web shooters immediately. And web shooters is the most revolutionary thing that Epic Games has added in a long time. Transportation has been an all new high in this season. And Daily Bugle is just a really solid location. There's this little freezer area that guarantees fish, so that's an easy source of health. The webs help you go through transportation a whole lot quicker and also helps you survive from gunshots. There's a lot of bricks you could get. The only downside is that it's kind of hard to get materials, but there's a few trees you could get from. And the second you leave the random volcano, you could go to the swampy forest area that it has. So basically, Daily Butte is just a really solid location with a lot of good chest spawn and a lot of great sources to leave. And I totally forgot, there's zip lines. Like, there's so much ways to exit the location really easily. It's not hard to get in or get out. The only another downside is that it's super popular, so you got to be careful. But that's it. Daily Bugle is a really solid location, and I'm not sure it'll be here next season. So that's gonna be sad. So better enjoy Daily Bugle as much as you can right now. Number one is obviously the Jonesies. You don't know how much people drop here, like zero, and that's amazing. Zero people drop here. That is fantastic. And oh my god, the hills on this location. Look how ugly everything looks. Nothing looks nice. It's very pleasing to the eyes. All that is here is just Jonesies. Nah, I'm messing. That it's not my favorite. I should do a least favorite list. 10 views and I'll do it. Okay, from all seriousness, my number one fair location is probably Sanctuary. Let's be real. Sanctuary is just a phenomenal location. It's like in the most corners part of the right corner of the map, and it's really cool. Like, we don't really have a beach this season, like an actual beachside location, but it's probably the closest we'll get right now. Sanctuary is just a really solid and awesome looking location that just represents the seven in a really cool way. The seven has been unpresent in Fortnite in a full chapter besides the foundation. And the fact that this whole map is dedicated to them is kind of cool. The bricks is really easy to get here, and obviously the forest trees is also really good. There's a lot of good and OP chests here as well. And there's also a lot of cool characters you could talk to that could exchange you with a lot of cool weapons, like the scientist, the visitor, and the foundation. Obviously, you could get his mythic, but that's kind of my least favorite part, I guess. No, not really. Like, sure, he's a struggle to kill, but you don't have to kill him if you don't want his mythic. You don't need it. It's just a really cool, like, extra thing you want in your loadout. It's not necessary. There's a lot of good areas to hide at, and also the looks on the buildings look really nice. I like the cool, spacey, futuristic vibe going on. I just want these props in creative because they look really cool. The nature and the plants look really nice. And also, there's rocket silos at the other side of the island. Like, the fact that Sanctuary kind of expands in these mini islands is really cool. And I think the rock statue is probably like my favorite part. When Epic Games make statues like as like the main focus of a location, it looks really cool. And the fact that it's a foundation, I mean, huge ego, but that's also like a really cool detail, and that's why I really like it a lot. I don't know why there's a random door here, but I hope it becomes like another location you can visit this season or next season. I don't know. But I don't know, man. This chapter is just really cool. It has a lot of awesome locations. The updates has been great, and Tilted being an extra feature coming out, that's gonna be awesome. That's basically it. This is just one of my favorite seasons so far. Has a good beginning. Christmas was really fun, and now 2022 is looking good for this game. I'm Yoshi Source, and you guys go have a wonderful day.